Hey everybody, Kelly Engineering here. Welcome to episode 13 of Ragnamod V. In between episodes, I did not do much, but I did a lot of it. So I upgraded my incense altar to tier 4. I also built this blood tank tier 3. The reason why I built the blood tanks is because when I was upgrading this, I had to obviously expand it out, and I didn't want my life essence to spill everywhere. So I just built this tank and put everything in there. The way that you build these blood tank is so it's just glass, blank runes, and a large bloodstone tile. And to make each tier, all you need to do is the same recipe with the previous tier in there in place of the glass. And so yeah, I made the tier 3 because I just didn't feel like using all of my rune stones, especially since I'm going to need them in the future. Another thing that I did is I just got a bunch of stone and started making plenty of slates. So I made lots of blank, reinforced, imbued, and demonic. So the reason why I have so many of these is because I put this hopper here and put the stone in, and all I did was just let it go, and every time it started getting low, I sacrificed myself to fill up the blood. Went through a lot of pizza in order to make it happen. But I put a filter down here, over here on this transfer node, and what this filter was doing is it was allowing everything except stone to go through, and I would just upgrade it as update it as necessary in order to get the one that I wanted. So because these things are slow, whenever the stone turned into blank slates, it would start transferring out, but it would still be, the ones that were remaining were still collecting blood and upgrading to the next tier. And with one stack of cobblestone in this tier 4 altar, by the end of each stack of stone, I had one demonic slate. And then anything else that I had left over, so I think it was like I had 21 blank slates, so I just threw them in there to get reinforced. And I just kept throwing them all in whenever there wasn't a full stack. And now I have more than a stack of demonic slates, which are very good for me to make all of the upgraded runes. I also made some more runes of I made the runes of capacity last episode. I made more speed runes, and they didn't really seem to make that big of a difference. But yeah, I did make those speed runes and slap them in there as well. But yeah, that's all I did in between episodes. It took about 6 hours, and I just watched my buddy play video games, Rocket League, and I forget, it's a new World War II game. I'm not much of an FPS guy, but yeah, I was just watching him stream that and was sitting here sacrificing myself. My living chestplate cannot upgrade anymore, so upgrade point's 172. I actually started running around a little more, and my quick feet will not extend past 60 at this point. So once I get 300 upgrade points, I have a feeling a lot of these are going to immediately upgrade themselves. But yeah, I can't upgrade anything else. I also added, what was it? Quick Feet, Bodybuilder, Tough Palms. I forget which one got added in between episodes. But I have upgraded to the fact that I have a full, another bar of hearts. So yeah, it was a pretty productive in between episodes, even though I didn't really do all that much. I'm not liking this design with the netherrack. I just put it in here and lit it on fire to see how it was going to affect the incense altar. If I do decide to do this in the main cathedral, I'll think of a better design because this X is not doing it for me. The first thing I want to get into, let's take that out. The first thing I want to get into in this episode is making some rituals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this lapis in here and it's going to start taking blood. I should probably get my sacrificial dagger to keep up. Get you upgraded. Boom. And, oh wow, it didn't take very much blood at all. But this is going to give me my inscription tool water. I'm going to make 2 of each just because I like making 2 of each. And what you're going to need is the lapis lazuli block, the magma cream for the red, and I actually think that each of these take a different amount as well. Let's look at the quest for that. So, also, I don't know why this quest, I know why this quest didn't complete, because I never had 10 at the same time, but it's still weird that it didn't count any of the blood shards I got last episode. But, yeah, life points 1,000. Life points 1,000. Oh, I guess they all take 1,000. So that's not a big deal. Put in the obsidian. Another thing with this this recipe right here It says I need 8 blocks of coal to make the dusk. This has been a recurring thing in JEI where it shows it needs 8 blocks of coal even though 1 is needed. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what causes that. But it should only be 1 block of coal. And in fact, we're just going to test that right now. Yep, there we go. Yeah, you only need 1, even though JEI says that you need more than that. Boop. And the last block of coal. So the dusk tool is going to be special for some rituals because you're going to be making dusk rituals with them. So put in the gas tier for the last one. There we go. And I have all of my inscription tools. I'm going to throw one of each over here in my chest. And I'm going to grab my ritual stones. I made quite a few ritual stones in between episodes, as well as blank runes for my upgrading later on. But yeah, ritual stones. My master blood orb. And I'm going to head over here to make my master ritual stone. Alright, now here we are with obsidian, ritual stones, and one of my blood orbs, making 2 master ritual stones. Another thing that I'm going to have to create right here is the ritual diviner. So that's going to require 4 diamonds, a stick, and all 4 of my inscription tools. And I take those, and it used up my inscription tools. So I'm glad that I accidentally made 2. Yeah, I accidentally planned for the future. That's great. Alright, so shift left clicking moves me down each of the rituals. And then shift right clicking moves me the opposite direction, so I don't have to cycle through if I accidentally miss the one that I wanted. So that's good. The one that I want to work on first, and honestly I shouldn't be doing this one first because I don't have the life points for it. So what to do? So before I actually make a ritual, I want to make this ritual diviner dusk. And really the only difference between a ritual diviner and the ritual diviner dusk is that I can make grand rituals with this. So let's see here. Pull up a hymn of siphoning, ritual of speed. Alright, gate of the fold, that's a grand ritual. Containment. Here we go. Residence of the faceted crystal, that's a grand ritual. But the one that I want, the first one that I want to do, Synchro, Ellipsoid, Clone Soul. Wow, there's just too many. I wish I could just bring up a GUI and select them from a list. Living Evolution, so that's one that I want to do a little bit later. Here we go, Cleansing Soul. So, if you go over here, you'll see that this is quite a multi-block structure. And I can't actually go away from it right now, but that is a dusk stone right there. And that's what you use the dusk ritual diviner for. So I'm just placing all of my stones right now. Awesome. So this is a grand ritual. Whenever you use the basic ritual diviner, the rituals will only take up like 1 spot. It won't actually go up or down any new levels. So yep, this is what I need to do for my in order to get everything off of my living chest plate. Unfortunately, I also need to make something called a lava crystal, and when you throw a lava crystal into your blood altar, you'll get a weak activation crystal. And the weak activation crystal is not going to be enough to activate this this ritual. So, oh man, there we go. Weak activation crystal. Activates low-level rituals. So I need to turn this into... Come on, complete the quest. Here we go. So I need to do the Awakened Activation Crystal. So Awakened Activation Crystal works exactly like the weak version. We can activate more powerful rituals. So I need to have the Archmage Blood Orb and a Nether Star. Oh no. Alright, so I have spent, I don't even know how long, trying to kill Wither Skeletons to get Wither Skeleton skulls. I managed to get 6 of them. So I am going to spawn... Ooh, actually, is that going to work? No, that's not going to work. I'm going to spawn a actual wither. And I just try to find a good area at the top of the nether right now. Luckily, it is not flat nether roof, so I have it... I was thinking of this area right here I mean, I absolutely could, but with this blank spot right here and right here, I'm not sure if it'll trap him. So, this could go horribly wrong. Let's do it. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that the bound shovel actually did that. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's hope that holds. Alright, looks like it's holding him. I am not doing very much damage to him. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank goodness it looks like it's holding. So I'm just going to keep whittling away at him right now. Shh. Alright, whew. One wither down, and hopefully I am not about to die. Oh, my stars. Okay, so I need to find a better area. And clean out my inventory. But there's my first nether star, and there is... Oh, I need 3 of the... Oh, I got a wither soul shard. Jeez, how long does this wither last? Alright, hopefully this is a more suitable area. So let's try this again. That means he's gonna spawn right there. Ugh, man. I'm gonna go one more up. 1, 2... And here we go. Oh no, because there's other blocks touching it, it's not going to spawn. Alright. I once again do not have a good feeling about this. Oh yeah, he's loose. Oh shoot. Alright, hopefully he just stays there. He went up. Don't go down, don't go down. Oh, thank goodness. Eat something, eat something. Honestly, if I did not have the living chest plate with my extra hearts, I would have died just there. But, luckily... Oh, I got a blood shard out of that, too. What dust is that? Need to get rid of some of this stuff. Get rid of you. Oh, pyrite dust, whatever. I have plenty of that. Netherrack don't need. Inferium don't need. Alright. Any other drops I'm missing? Nope, that looks to be about it. So let's head back home. And start turning these nether stars into... oh, I got another wither gem. I wonder if it's a 100% drop rate. But all I have to do is grab my dagger of sacrifice. I thought I had it here. Well, I am back in the nether because... in order to use those nether stars that I had before, and I already got 2 nether wither skeleton skulls, but in order to use those nether stars I got before, I need to upgrade my altar to tier 5. Tier 5 in order to get the blood orb necessary to make the activation crystal. And I also need 4 more in order to make the beacons for the tier 5. So, yeah, I'm just here again, wandering around. Oh, hello. I made this beheading cleaver from Tinker's. Yes, already got 3. This is going much quicker than it was before. But this cleaver is made out of cobalt, ardite, and manyelin with 3 modifiers taken up with sharp. So I do quite a bit of damage. It kills pigmen in 1 hit. And wither skeletons in either 1 or 2 hits. It's excellent, honestly. But yeah, I'm just gonna be hanging out here until I have enough wither skeleton skulls for 4 more nether stars. I'm gonna kill up those withers, and then I'll be back in the real world, ready to make my tier 5 altar. Here we go. Alright, I am ready to make the tier 5 altar, and... Oh man, I think I spent the last 4 hours getting these beacons, so... these episodes are terrible to make. But yeah, I'm ready to make the tier 4 altar. I tore down everything over here, and I'm just going to set it up here now. Like I said, I'm going to put the mob farm over there, and if I don't get to the mob farm next episode, just, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to set up the tier 5 farm. All I need is my blank runes. And yeah, it's the same exact way, with the exception of there's beacons right, come on, show yourself. Beacons right here. So I don't know how I'm going to implement this into the cathedral itself, because I'm going to have to make some holes in the roof in order for the beacons to activate. I'm sure I can figure it out a little bit later. And also, if you notice, come on, there is enough space here to actually turn this into a beacon that can provide you with something. So there is a 9x9 area, a 3x3 area directly underneath that beacon. So I can turn it into some sort of buff for me. But yeah, let me set this up real quick, and I'll be back with you shortly. Alright, the tier 5 altar is complete, and I am restocking it with blood right now, or life essence, via that tank I made earlier, and I have a transfer node. It's going pretty slow because I only have 4 displacement runes, and the displacement runes are what decides how quickly something transfers through. So it is, even if you have a Ender IO conduit, which will move liquids very quickly, so long as if you don't have displacement runes attached to your altar, it will still be slow, incredibly slow. I'm debating whether or not to just add more anyway, but I'm going to let this go for a while, and in the meantime, once this thing is filled with blood, I am going to get working on my next master orb, because I need the Archmage orb. Take one of my nether stars. I need the Archmage blood orb in order to make the obsidian pathways, and with the obsidian pathways, I can start upping... Oh, my stars, really? There we go. And with the obsidian pathways, I can make the tier 5 incense altar as well. So, a lot of work ahead of me. And here we are. I have my tier 5 altar, and I have my tier 5 incense altar. I can almost fill up this entire basin now. It's 34,000. Yeah, 29. So 29,640. Yeah, this is awesome. It's not really helping me with my Archmage blood orb, because the second I put this in here to try to fill up my blood network, it starts taking very quickly. But it's whatever. I'll have to fill that up at a later time. In the meantime, what I want to do is I definitely want to get this ascended ritual crystal, or the ritual activation crystal. So all you have to do for that is combine the Archmage blood orb with a nether star, and bam, awakened activation crystal. I'm going to go grab the book real quick, because the book actually tells you how many life points from your blood network it takes to activate each ritual. So, Sanguine Scientium, this Hymn of Siphoning is not what I want. I want the Cleansing Soul. So, yeah, 50,000 life points, I have more than enough to activate this. But this is going to remove all upgrades and downgrades from my living armor. So, let's activate the ritual. There we go. Rush of energy flows through the ritual. You just heard that little bang here. And here's all of my living armor upgrades. I have 0 upgrade points on the chest plate now. And yeah, I'm going to start applying these back to my armor, with the exception of the ones that I really don't want. And I can run this as many times as I want. Oh yeah, it's not that bad on my current essence. I have over 2 million at this point, so it's no problem to activate these type of things. But the way that these work is, as I gain more... Oh, shoot. As I gain more abilities on my living chestplate, I can run that ritual again, and then combine, just like any other enchanted book or enchanted item, I can combine them in an anvil to make the next tier up. So if I had 2 level 1 tough skins, I could combine it into a level 2. 2 level tough skins will make a level 3, so on and so forth. And yeah, so as I accumulate more, I'll be able to use up all of my upgrade points to the things that I really want. Also, all of these demonic wills are... when I completed this quest for the Obsidian Brick Path, it gave me 8 of them. I don't really have a place to store them right now other than this chest. And even then, this chest is... okay, we got some room. Excellent. I don't know how much... Oh. I don't know how much will is in the ones that I got via the quest book. So, I'm sure it'll reveal itself in time. I don't need them. It should also be noted with the tier 5 incense altar that I filled every single block here with life essence. There's no flowing area. I'm not sure when it happened, but eventually got to the point where even if I added new life essence to these pools, I wasn't actually gaining anything at the altar. It was staying at plus 160. It didn't start increasing again until I started adding the netherrack to it. So the netherrack and the fire started increasing my incense altar. I'm fine with 215. The highest it goes is 300. But I have to do a little bit of reading to figure out why it stopped giving me increases at the altar when whatever limit was reached with the life essence. So yeah, just a little bit of reading that I need to do there. If anyone has the answer, please provide it in the comments. Before I finally get into the demon will crystals and the demon crystallizers, the first thing I want to do is actually repair my living armor, because it has taken some damage. In order to do that, all you need is some binding reagent and a couple of levels of enchanting. That's no issue whatsoever. So I made some binding reagents. Here we go, and the helmet. Awesome, so everything is all repaired up. All I need is put this binding reagent away, and we can start working on the runes. The last runes that we need to do are the charging rune, acceleration, rune of the orb, and rune of augmented capacity. In order for the quest to be completed, I think it just wants one of each. Yeah, it just wants one of each. But the one I really care about is the rune of augmented capacity. The rune of the orb is whatever. And the acceleration rune is also handy. The charging... Oh, wait. Is it the acceleration? Yeah, whatever. The one that I'm really worried about is the rune of augmented capacity. So I'm going to make more than one of those and place them all around. And we'll see where we are in order to create the other three runes. But the rune of augmented capacity adds 10% extra life points. Each 10% bonus is multiplied on top of the current capacity, not including the rune of capacity bonus, which are added afterwards. Runes of capacity are more efficient, although with 15 augmented capacity runes, the player will surpass the amount gained from the base runes. This also increases the tank's internal buffer, as it is always 10% of the altar's capacity. Basically what this means is the augmented capacity works with the capacity to increase my buffer in the blood altar. So that's why I care about them a lot. I need a lot of blood in the altar. So yeah, that's what we're gonna make. Now, I'm just about ready to start making the runes of augmented capacity. I made a bunch of iron before I started this, and I still have more iron being smelted over there in the factory. But I made a stack and a half, well, technically a stack and a half of buckets, and I still don't think this is going to be enough. If you look at most of these, it will require 4 buckets, and it takes these buckets to make the acceleration runes. And with the augmented capacity, it takes 2 buckets, but you also need runes of capacity, which take 3 buckets. So, yeah, that's a thing. So I have my imbued slate. Yeah, look at that. All right. So I'm going to make 16 runes of capacity, and gonna need some obsidian and demonic slate. That's no issue whatsoever. Got that, and I have more than enough demonic slates over here. I looked over the last clip and realized I didn't really explain the augmented capacity very well. I also gave it a little bit of information. The runes of augmented capacity do not work with the runes of capacity. They work separate too. Each rune of augmented capacity... Oh, here we go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Why did it do that? Oh, because of the Archmage Blood Orb. Got it. So the runes of augmented capacity, of which I am about to make 16 of them, what they do is whatever the demon altar is at, when you place down the rune of augmented capacity, it will increase it by a percentage. And it's an exponent. Oh, shoot. How long has that been on? It will increase it by a percentage. So, we'll put it over here. The first one is going to give me a 10% increase. The second one will give me a, I believe, 21% increase. And then you have like a 33% increase. So, And the book actually says, yeah, augmented capacity. So one rune by itself will apply 10% increase to the capacity of the altar. Functions multiplicatively. So 21%, 33.1%, etc. Unfortunately, this multiplicative effect does not stack with the rune of capacity, meaning you will still only get 2k bonus per rune. So I'm getting my 2k bonus here, and then, but that is not being applied to the blood altar. The runes of capacity get applied after the runes of augmented capacity. And what upgrade did I just get? Oh, I got quick feet again. Yeah, I'm just going to place these real quick and see what my altar increases to. Over here. Awesome. 1 and 8. So now that I have 8 there, okay, my capacity is 45,435, and I still have more that I can place. So I'm going to do that. So it went from 45,000 to 45. Oh, it's still a tier 4. Wait, is it still a tier 4? It should be a tier 5 right now. There we go. 49,000. And 16. So it went from 45,000 to what? 69,949. So as you see, the runes of augmented capacity are awesome. I'm not going to worry about... I still have to make the others. Dang it. So that's just more buckets I have to use. I apologize if I seem a little scatterbrained right now. I have been up for 16 hours so far trying to get this episode out. So if I'm not explaining things very well, my brain's a little frazzled, need blank slates. My brain's a little frazzled. I apologize. I should probably go to bed soon. Alright, I just looked at all of my footage, and I am actually at the 30-minute mark for this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create... Here we go. I'm going to create the next 2 items, which is the Demon Crucible and the Demon Crystallizer, and then I'm going to call this an episode. What my plan is for next episode is to finally build the mob farm, and these 2 items are actually going to be incorporated into the mob farm. So you don't really have to worry about that. I'm going to be setting up 2 rituals right here, which are going to farm will for me and make crystals out of that will. When I mix those crystals, then I can start making all of the blood magic bricks. Blood brick. I can start making all of these blood magic bricks, and this is what the cathedral is going to be made out of. However, it does require, in order to make them, the different will. So that is what's going to happen next episode. Next episode will be a longer episode because I'm going to go step by step on what I'm going to do to build this mob farm. It will be 100% integrated with blood magic. So I am Kelly Engineering, and I hope that you did enjoy this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.